Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I am back again doing your April 2016 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Aquarius. And I have been trying to get to this reading all day. It took me a long time to record. It's only actually a 3-minute video for how to book a reading. I've been recording that because I wanted to be super clear, and it just took me a long time. So just so you guys know, I have a whole separate video on how to book a reading. I will do like one of those little info icons there, and I will make sure I post a link below on how for you guys, so you guys know how to book a reading with me. I'm asking that people do not post a comment on my calendar page. If you post a comment on my calendar page, I will delete it, and I'll send you an email that says, hey, these are my policies, not to post a comment on my calendar page. And if you'd like to schedule a reading, let me know. So that's what I'll say. But I would love to hear from you guys. Aquarius is always so easy to work with and lovely to work with. So, definitely, I'd love to schedule you. So, that said, I am back wearing my very bright green sweatshirt because I didn't get to wear green on St. Patty's Day, and I was really disappointed. So I ordered this green sweatshirt. It is like really green. You can't really tell how green it is, but it is really green. So, yeah, so that's what I'm wearing. And I am actually really looking forward to doing this reading because this is a general reading. Just so you guys know, it's a general reading. I am back using my regular Shadowscapes deck by Stephanie Puy-Moon Law. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. These videos are and will remain free, and they will be available for everyone in the world. And for those of you who have had questions about my sex and relationship videos, I think there's been a lot of anxiety and panic about April videos. People see that I post videos and they don't realize, specifically for the sex and relationship videos, those are like a whole separate series that I do with a different deck altogether. It's an erotic tarot deck, so it's like a whole different style of reading. Those are for purchase only. You have to rent them for 72 hours. You have to purchase them through YouTube and rent those. Just so you guys know, I'm just addressing it here because I feel like there was some confusion about people still thinking that those were the only April videos that I was going to do. And no, I'm back doing these. So, I gotcha. Just in case you were like, is she going to do another one? What's going on? So, but yeah, I intend to, as much as I possibly, if I live tomorrow, I will be doing the general readings for everyone, and they will remain free. I wanted to be doing more sex and relationship videos too, but those are for purchase. These are free, those are purchase. Okay, so I'm just going to lay out a spread for you. And very interesting and challenging spread for Aquarius for April. So I'm just going to start with the card in the distant past, okay? Distant past, or what I call the foundation, okay? For those of you who are learning tarot and doing the Celtic cross, I don't start really at any one particular point. I just kind of start where I feel like it. So the foundation is the Two of Swords, aka the bloody wanker card, okay? So you may have dated someone who was emotionally unavailable, or you may have been emotionally unavailable in the distant past, okay? Because it's the foundation, it's sort of there's some element of either you are emotionally unavailable, like you're just like, no, world, go fuck yourself, I don't want to like be in a relationship with anyone right now, I just want to be single, or there's someone that maybe you've liked for a long time that is unavailable in some way. Either they're married, they have a girlfriend, they have a boyfriend, whatever it is, they're not open to a relationship at this time. They're closed, so this is can also indicate a strong disagreement with someone. But I feel like for a lot of people, it's seeing the potential to have a relationship with someone who doesn't see it in you. So this is someone breaking up with you. This is someone rejecting you. This is someone not calling you back. This is, you know, for those of you who are married, this is having a disagreement and not being able to really get past it, okay? Some of you have kids also. There's this kid element here too. Some of you, I feel like, are married with children, okay? And there may be some financial issues here. There may be some problems. For those Aquariuses who are married with children. Because you have the miser card in the immediate future. So there's worries about money, problems with money, not feeling like, you know, worried maybe you don't have enough. For those of you who are single also, this could also be financial worries. And, you know, you're just trying to pay your bills. You're just trying to eat. You're just trying to sleep. You're kind of trying to keep it simple. And for whatever reason, you know, there's an element of financial worry in the future. I feel like you need to make better decisions with your money. That's the main message that wants to come through. You need to make better decisions because it is matching up with the free will card. This is also about choices too. For those of you who have either strong Aries in your chart, also Leo, I'm getting strong Leo too in your chart, Cancer or Scorpio in your chart. The miser is someone who clings on, okay? The miser is clinging on. So it's sort of like the universe is saying to you, you need to spin the wheel. You need to make some good choices. You need to move on from this, but you're not wanting to in some way. If you're still in a relationship where, if you, like, say you're in a relationship, you know, just because of the children, you don't want to leave. Because either you're scared that you're not going to have enough finances, or you're scared to take the bull by the balls, you know, and go for it. You're scared to do something. You're scared to do something different. Beginning of April, some of you may be traveling too. Some of you may be traveling. It's very interesting. This is planning a trip. This is thinking about moving or planning a move. You know, beginning of April, moving is on your mind, okay? Moving is on your mind. Traveling is on your mind. Some of you are going out of country. Some of you are going to China. Some of you either live in China or going to China. Because some of you are like, you know, this is far away. This is distance, you know. Africa, also I got Africa as well. Some of you are planning a trip to Africa. Message me if that's the case. Some of you, it's more just research. I want to say some of you are, you know, planning a trip or researching something. It could be just research in general. Like you're reading up on things. You're like, you know, trying to get as much information about things as possible. It's kind of it's just interesting there. Some of you live in Canada, and some of you are trying to think about whether you should move to the U.S. or stay in Canada. There's this Canada-U.S. connection there too. You are blocked in several positions here. So this is kind of going to be a challenging month in some instances. Starting off, it's sort of like you start off good. It's almost like you start off behind, okay? It's like you're behind in school or something. I mean, you literally could be behind in school, or you could literally be in school studying for things, and you may actually be behind as far as your schoolwork. You may be like a year or so behind. I want to say you're behind. For some of you, it's financially behind. Some of you, it's like you're behind. You're trying to catch up on some bills. Maybe you feel like you can't quite catch up. Money's coming in. You have two cards about worry. You know, this is a card about money trickling in beginning of April, but you don't realize that the universe wants you to open up your mind. This is where, you know, you're very closed in the beginning of April, and then it almost gets worse. It's like you instead of like opening up and like doing other things and like going out and living your life, you become more closed. You're like completely shut down mid-April, where you're just like, okay, that's it. No spending, no nothing. You're on a cash diet. No nothing. And then the universe is like, you just need to make some choices. It's strange for the universe to say to make choices for Aquarius, because Aquarius is just so very decisive. I feel like you need to make better choices about people in your life. Anybody who's emotionally unavailable for any reason, anybody who's also in another relationship for any reason, you need to kind of stay away from them. I feel like you're not wanting to move on from that person. That's my feeling. You're just very resistant to moving on from that person. This is like not wanting to understand how things really work with men and women, the differences. So like if someone breaks up with you, like, and this is for people who have tried to, like, maybe you've broken up with this person before, but they come back because you want them to come back. You're clinging on to them in some way. So it's sort of just like, for some of you, this person is, so it's going to fall into two different camps. For some of you, this person is in another relationship, and it's sort of like you want what you can't have, and you don't really want to let go of that, the possibility there. There's possibilities, okay? And you see the possibilities. In another case, this person has broken up with you. For those of you who have broken up with someone, this is someone who you won't accept that it's over. Okay? So two camps. One where this person's in another relationship and you want what you can't have. And then the other one is where this person actually was like an ex-boyfriend or an ex-lover or somebody who you just don't really want to give up. You don't really want to accept that it's like really over. Hopefully I'm making myself clear. I feel like there's two different things going on for different people. Some of you, you're literally just very concerned about finances mid-April. Some of you, again, I feel like you have strong passion desire for someone who's either shy or someone who's closed, who's not open to they're not at the same point. So you're at point A you're at point like Z and they're like at point A. Two different pages. To me, to have the passion for the miser, this is again, having, I almost want to say like a love of money in some cases. Some of you, there's like a love of money. Other people, it's not love of money. It's just having a passion for the wrong person, like a passion for someone who you shouldn't have a passion for. I want to say there is also arguments and fighting about money. Like, even if you're not in a relationship, this could be within the family. Arguments and fighting about money within the family, too. And I want to say April is a time where you need to do things where you're not worried, okay, that cause you not to worry. So, like, you need to read more, you need to sleep more, you need to rest more. It's like one of those people, like, you're one of those people that it's hard to tell not to worry because you just naturally do. And so you need to exercise more in some cases, listen to more music, things that are going to calm all that. Like, you got a lot of head energy going on that's causing you stress and strife. In the position of emotions, you got the Four of Swords. Again, this could be a Leo person. I usually see it as a Leo female. Aquarius guys, you could be in a relationship with a Leo female. Or this could be in some cases Aquarius females being really concerned about a child, or just a younger female. In some cases, like you may have a daughter or somebody that you're concerned about. There may be also somebody who's not well in your family. I want to say there's somebody who's not well and it's female. It could be any age. It could be actually a much older female, like someone who's just like very, very old. Or it can be someone who's younger and you're worried about them because they are so young and they're not well. But then again, in the position of emotions, what's going to make you happiest is taking enough time for yourself to rest and relax. That's going to bring you happiness. Or health. To me, it's a health-related card. It's a sleep-related card. I want to say first comes health, then comes marriage. So good health and love. You're looking for love. Aquarians are looking for love in April. That's what's going to make you most happy. being in a relationship, which is the Two of Cups, that's what I see it as here, and then also getting enough sleep, get enough rest. Like, I want to say, I feel like some of you are just really tired. I don't know why. I feel like some of you are very tired mid-April. Going into April, there's like, you're fired up beginning of April, because you do have the Ace of Wands here, which is being fired up about something. Maybe you're planning a trip, maybe you're traveling, maybe you're doing different things, but then maybe you come back and you've spent all your money. Or maybe you've done something, maybe you're like worried about moving because maybe you don't have the money to move, or you want to move, but there's some element of not really thinking that you have enough to do what you want to do. And so there's some element of stress and struggle and frustration. Some of you, I feel like, need to move or want to move, and you're blocked because of the financial issues, but also because of your, I want to say you're overwhelmed because of emotions. It's sort of like you have two strong cards here about the whirlwind, like the spiral thinking. So some of you, it's like you're worried about your health. You got a strong health thing here, but you also have a concern about relationships and where you're going and what you're doing. And so you're looking, this is a girl who's looking out at the sea and going, you know, how much longer do I have to wait? Before life begins? You know, how much longer is it going to take for me to find a job? Or how much longer is it going to be before I get to be with the man of my dreams or the woman of my dreams? How much longer is it going to be before I get healthy? How much longer is it going to be before I feel good again? Or how much longer is it going to be before I get to go to Spain or go to Africa or go to some, Italy or some country where that you've always wanted to go to? You know, it's sort of just like there's a card of a waiting. And so you're blocked in two key places. The mid-April, there's this thing about money. And then later, there's this thing about just being overwhelmed emotionally and not, and waiting, and just like you're blocked because you're waiting for life to happen. And it's, some of you, I have to tell you, it's fate and karma. In some cases, it's karma, for some of you, but it's fate because, and fate's annoying, okay? Because that means things don't happen when you want them to happen. Things only happen when it's fated to happen. So it's frustrating. It can be very frustrating for some people because it's like the more you try to control it, the worse it gets. And that's fate. It's like you're trying to control life. You're like, okay, I want it to happen today. I want to sell my house. Some of you may be selling your house, okay? I want to move. I want to sell my house. But then you look at your finances, you look at your bank account, and you're going, I can't. And so there's this frustration about like wanting to move forward. It's sort of like you want to move forward. I mean, maybe like beginning of April, you really are wanting to move on and move forward. But like the reality is like it's simply just not time. I feel like I just want to say, some of you, it's not yet time. And some of you need counseling. Some of you need counseling, professional counseling. Some of you are going to be calling, some of you call psychics, the Aquarians are natural astrologers. Some of you are psychic, okay? Some of you may be doing what I do, that you're watching this video and you're doing, you're like, yes, Elizabeth, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's me. You're like, that's me, So some of you have natural psychic ability. Some of you, it is counseling. And some of you, it is just waiting for a phone call. Like some of you are waiting on a callback for something. Like some of you, like maybe it's an audition. Some of you, it's waiting for like a new romantic partner to come in, and maybe you're waiting for them to call you. You're waiting for some communication. I feel like you're going to get some communication in April. You're going to get some unexpected phone calls because it's going to happen when the universe feels darn good and ready to give it to you. Not when you want it. So the only way for you to get through April is to give it up to God and to say, okay, God, if you believe in God, okay, Creator, whatever you want to call it. Okay, Creator, I am ready when you are. I give it up to you. I'm ready to move on when you are, when it is divine timing, things are happening. Things happen behind the scenes too in divine timing. So if things aren't happening at the moment you want them to happen in April, and I feel like you're going to be upset about it, okay? But I also feel like for some of you, you've been waiting on a long time for something. There's something you've been waiting for a long time. And it's annoying because it's just not happening fast enough for you, or soon enough for you. And so there's blockages there. It's just negative emotions, you know, crying a lot, being upset, being emotional. You know, I don't like it when I see a lot of emotion cards like this for Aquarius, because Aquariuses are, you know, it's sort of like when I saw, like I did the sex and relationship video for, you know, for all the signs, and for in Scorpio, for the sign of Scorpio. And again, you may have some planets in Scorpio here too. So I mean, this may be applicable to you. So you should watch that video. It's $1.99 in the US. It's less than a coffee. Anyways, the Scorpio video, it seems like Scorpios are going through kind of a cooling period in April. And for Aquarius, you're going through another one of those emotional times. And I'm sorry to say that. It's sort of just like for Scorpios not to be having sex, there's something wrong with the planets. For Aquarius to be like over emotional and distracted and despondent and like upset, there's something wrong. You know what I'm saying? There's something wrong with the planets. That's how I see it. Because to me, this is more Pisces, this is more Cancer, this is more Scorpio. Again, you may have some of those strong planets in your chart, but it just may be overall Aquarius. When Aquarius just goes through those times, you know, I have a lot of planets in Aquarius, you know, and I have my sun in Capricorn, but to me, it's just like, when Aquarius goes through those times, it can be upsetting for a lot of people because Aquarius is not acting in character. Now, granted, there are some cards here, you know, that to me are characteristic of you. Specifically the outcome. I feel like you're blocked from being in character. I feel like you're acting out of character in April because you're not getting what you want. It's not happening fast enough. You're not getting the callback. You're not getting the communication. You don't understand why things are happening. You know, you're feeling frustrated. Maybe you're just, you know, frustrated financially. You're worried about your finances. You're worried about your health. You're worried about a lot of different things in April. And then, you know, the Queen of Swords is the outcome, which is you getting back into character. You going, okay, I'm the captain of this ship, you know. I'm going to just do what I want to do, damn it. That's Aquarius. Aquarius is like, fuck it all. You know? You and Pisces. Pisces will say that too. Pisces will say, fuck it all. You may have some Pisces in your chart too, okay? So, but I feel like you're back as the captain of the ship, back to being you at the end of April. It's hard though. It's going to be a hard journey because, you know, there is this waiting thing. Some of you are trying to finish school. Some of you are students. I feel like a very strong student vibe. You get the student vibe here. Some of your younger Aquariuses. Older Aquariuses, you know, I want to say middle-aged female, not middle age, okay, but like, you know, childbearing females. Maybe you're working on your fertility, or there's some element of fertility here too, thinking about having children, potentially getting pregnant, because you have a passion card here as well. So some of you may be getting pregnant in April, or some of you are afraid to get pregnant because you're like, I don't have the money. Some of you, that's what it is, or you're concerned about that. But there's an element of fertile. I call this card the Fertile Myrtle card. The Page of Pentacles is Fertile Myrtle. Okay, this is the card I see. It's the woman who's had, you know, 5 children. You know, message me if you've had 5 children. But you know, I just see it as being, just, you know, usually it's a student. I see it as usually the student or a new opportunity. And for some of you, it's a new opportunity. It's the sense of the new. Some of you may be getting new clothes. Some of you may be going to a new, you know, again, moving to a new location, traveling to a new location. For you, it's a job. Some of you, it's a job. It's the seed of potential. So again, there is this element of potential going back. So to me, like the cycle is sort of repetitive. You see potential here, and this person is like emotionally guarded, doesn't want it, can't hear it, won't even agree, okay? And then I just realized this. Oh, this is so interesting. So it's hard for me to articulate. To me, it's the story between the Two of Swords and the Page of Pentacles is that it's almost like in a magical world, the girl and the Page of Pentacles becomes the swan, and the dragon becomes the person, okay? So this is how I see it, okay? So the girl becomes the swan. This girl's holding out her heart. Sorry, the swan's holding out the heart. The girl has a seed, but it was a close-up shot, though. Inside that heart would be that, inside that seed would be that little heart. That's what I was trying to say. And you see, it's like almost the same landscape where there's all these roots. Over time, you know, the beast wakes up and turns into this person. And these branches start to grow. Okay? That's how I see it. And she easily turns into the swan and eventually is holding out her heart. So history to me is repeating itself. There is some kind of repetition here. To me, it's a new relationship though. Okay? Same element of you, Aquarius, seeing the potential in someone, wanting a relationship to grow, wanting something to come out, making something out of nothing. Some of you, it's living in the fantasy of, and literally there isn't anything to make out of this relationship, or a relationship that's dead, okay? I feel like this is a new relationship. There is a sense of newness. For some of you, you are recycling the old relationship. You're trying to recycle. Some of you may have strong Sagittarius in your chart too, okay? Because I'm getting that strong. The Sagittarians recycle more than any other sign, okay? And I call recycling because it's like they take somebody from the past and they date them again. And they try to fix it up and they try to make it brand new, but it's not. For others, I feel like this is a new relationship, new potential. You holding out your heart again to someone, which is in a way the history repeating itself, but only this time it's to someone who does want to, okay? Someone who does want a relationship. And you grow old together. Some of you, it's getting into a long-term partnership. And some of you, it's that hope, that seed where you're beginning again. It may not be where you may want to begin again. It may not be where there's actually a person coming in for you in April. I feel like it's more just like you're in a place where you're ready to begin again. You're starting new. You're starting fresh. You're wanting a new relationship. You're wanting a new partner. You're wanting to start either a new job or a new life with someone, or a new business in some cases. It's a new business. Some of you, it's like, you know, or maybe some of you are transferring to a new school because there's a lot of school cards here, or taking new classes, or you're starting over again. And that's actually a good thing. So, again, for those of you who are recycling the old and aren't out of a relationship, because the Two of Swords can mean a disagreement if you're married, that you're rehashing old shit. I don't see that relationship going forward. I don't see how it's going to really work out, because I see that you're blocked in two key places, and there's major distrust. The Queen of Swords, it can be bitterness and distrust. I'm going to show that again as the outcome. So if you're married, let's just say you're married and you have a strong disagreement with your partner, and you have some financial issues, and you're very emotional and you're very overwhelmed and you're quite distraught in April. It's not going to change the fact that there's trust issues. The trust is broken. There is no good communication anymore. It's really gone to shit. So you need to make the choice to move on. I feel like some of you who are single, I feel like you're just ready for a new relationship. Those of you who are single, you are ready, okay? those of you who are married, you have to, I want to say, get some counseling. And I feel like you need to choose to get out of this relationship because it's old, it's dead. It's recycling something, trying to fix it up, trying to make it new. When really, history just repeats itself over and over again, and you're not getting anywhere. You need to, and I said this before for another Aquarius video, and I'm saying it again. You need to put down the sword. You need to learn when to zip it, okay? And when to fight. Okay, when is it picking your battles, okay? I feel like this is a dead horse. This is a dead horse. This is a dead argument. This is a dead relationship. Some of you, it needs to be cut out, okay? It needs to go. And because what you need most emotionally is peace, is peace of mind, is rest, is no arguments, you don't need stress. Even for those of you who are single. For those of you who are single, have been through or even if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, it doesn't matter. I feel like it's as applicable to anyone who's not married. I feel like if you are, if you've been through a period of time where there may have been a lot of stress and strife in the past, or even a lot of worry and struggle in the past, it's like you're in a place emotionally where you need to have the peace, where it needs to be peaceful, it needs to be quiet, it needs to be just like you can relax. Some of you need to go on vacation. Some of you want to go on your vacation. Some of you are like, yes, I want to go, yes. But there's not enough money to go. That's what, again, I feel like there's not enough money to do what the big dream is. Like, so maybe the big dream is buying a house. There's no money. Some of you, it's getting a new apartment. No money. Some of you, it's moving out, maybe out from underneath this terrible dead horse relationship, I'm going to do a little hashtag dead horse relationship for you guys. But also, ultimately, you need to have peace of mind. You need to not be stressed. The only way for you to accomplish that is to get out of an old relationship if you're in one, or stop fighting. Stop arguing with somebody over and over again, rehashing same issues, same issues. You're not getting anywhere. That's how I feel. This is a very, very challenging spread. The highlight, I feel like, is, the main point for you, Aquarius, the way you're going to do best through April, because, we are moving into Aries, and Aries is the fire sign. Aries is aggressive. Aries is war. Aries is, and so it's going to, it's going to give you some energy. Like, I guess, on the good side, you may have like a burst of energy beginning of April. You may just go out and just run like 10 miles every day, and you might just like, you just maybe feel like a little bit energized beginning of April. But you may lose some steam. You may burn out mid-April or even later into April. And you may be burnt out so much that it's sort of like a child that's, hasn't eaten, and the child starts to cry because they're cranky, So I feel like you're kind of going to be cranky later in April. Cranky. Emotional. More emotional than usual, okay? So the way best to navigate it is to make sure you're eating right, to make sure you're sleeping right, to make sure that you aren't getting into any arguments with people that are ongoing. Put down the sword. Don't fight. Don't push forward. To me, it's a little bit of a retreat month. I want to say, Aquarius, you need to retreat. You need to regroup. You need to rest. You need to recharge your batteries. I don't feel like, maybe sort of like half the month is more like firepower. You're fired up. You want to go out and do a bazillion things. But then the second half is more just retreat. It may actually start off for some of you where you're retreating in the beginning, and then you kind of have firepower later, and you're kind of, ready to go. But my feeling is it's more later in the month. You need to retreat. You need to rest. You need to kind of pull back. Maybe reduce the amount of social activity that you're doing. Maybe reduce the amount of late nights, you know, parties, anything that's keeping you up late, you need to reduce, excuse me, reduce, like my hiccups. I feel like that's how you're going to be successful, looking at it that way, through April. I feel like some of you, and I'm pulling just a couple last cards here because I feel like some of you really want to know, like, if there's anybody that's coming in, any people, because there's not a lot of people. There are people here. There's a lot of women in the spread. For those of you who are like single Aquarius ladies, you do have this Knight of Cups coming in, okay, from the outside too. But it may or may not happen depending on your choices. There's a free will element. So, and they have free will as well. So they may choose, it's sort of like, if you choose to go out, let's just say you choose to go to the grocery store on a certain day, like on a Monday, let's just say, Monday, you know, April something. You decide to go out. They may be thinking to themselves, and you don't even know, they may be thinking to themselves, gosh, I really need to go get some milk, you know, or some eggs or something. And they may decide not to go because they're like, well, it can wait. It can wait until whenever, you know, we don't really need the milk right now. Okay. So, so you may not actually meet them or see them because of their free will. Okay. Or of your free will. And like, so say, like, let's say you're single and there's a single, let's say you're a single lady and there's a single guy. And he's thinking he wants to go to the gym, but again, he's thinking, well, it can wait. It can wait until the next day, or he procrastinates, and so you don't see him. So it's sort of just like one of those weird things. There is also, I feel like, there's also an air sign, dude. If you're watching this, you're very aggressive. I want to say there's a very aggressive air sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Aquarius ladies, you may be, you know, dating another Aquarius or Gemini or Libra male, but I feel like he's very aggressive. Okay, Aquarius guys, this may be you, or it could be someone else. Again, it can also be a female. It's very strong, wicked. I want to say wicked bad female. I don't know where that came from. Really strong, sharp. I want to say sharp, female, too. That's coming in. So for the ladies, I feel like it's more the water sign dude that's showing up for you. And for the guys, it is a very, very strong air sign. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You may be also in a relationship with these people. Or these could be people that are showing up for you, that are just around you, in your family, or people that you're around, okay? Doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but I feel like for those of you who are wondering if there's anybody coming in, I see these people. Now, this is a general reading, so it's going to really depend on your situation. But again, I do feel, because there's a strong free will element, you may or may not see these people. They may or may not show up because of your choices or their choices. And on that note, I'm going to leave off here because it's another long video. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you want to book a reading, let me know. Please email me. Please do not post a comment on my calendar page. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Thank you so much. I send you big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you soon. All right, take care. Bye.